First of all, we know that the United States is backing away from conflict with China. Lieutenant General in the United States Air Force, General Hinault, has briefed the White House and the Pentagon on the results of consecutive war games that the Pentagon has run regarding a potential conflict with China over Taiwan. And the United States loses badly every single time. And his conclusion was there's no sense in getting involved in a course of action that could potentially lead to an armed conflict because it is a fait accompli going in that we're going to lose. This is why we saw Tony Blinken go to China to reset relations, Janet Yellen as well. And I think you're going to see a de-escalation in China. I mean, there's still lunacy going on, but I think both sides understand that, especially after January of next year, when there's going to be elections in Taiwan that will probably oust the current party and replace it with the Kuomintang, which is more inclined towards a peaceful resolution of these issues, that the U.S. does want to be on the outside looking in when it comes to being able to influence Taiwan politics. So I think we're pretty safe there. Iran, look, the U.S. can send as many ships as it wants to the Persian Gulf. The reality is Iranian military capabilities are such that they will sink all of these ships. General Berger, the Commandant of the Marine Corps, has restructured Marine Corps amphibious warfare doctrine, recognizing that reliance upon legacy systems such as large amphibious ships is suicidal when dealing with the anti-shipping missile capability of nations such as Iran. So this is a show of force, nothing more. I am very concerned about Niger. We have 1,100 U.S. military forces deployed in a $100 million base that we purpose-built in Niger. We're not going to give this up easily. I'm concerned about what happens if ECOWAS does mobilize and dispatch a 25,000 strong military intervention force and they get their noses bloodied. Will the United States feel compelled to provide support? And we could see sort of an incremental engagement there. I'm hopeful for diplomacy, but I'm on this one. Sadly, I have to say I believe that conflict is the more likely outcome. I'd love to be proved wrong on that, but unfortunately, that's how I see it.
Well, the angel of death, Victoria Nuland, paid them a visit. They seem to have given her short shrift. Maybe she thought a bag of cookies would suffice to bring these generals to heel. Didn't work out that way, did it?
No, not only that, it seems that the United States is scared to death of this organization called Wagner. And she gave a specific warning to the Niger government not to get involved in Wagner or with Wagner. I think I'm not here to tout the benefits of working with Wagner. What I am here to say is that the Russians through Wagner are providing an alternative to the post-colonial deprivations of or predations of France and England, of the United States global hegemony. There's competition right now for African security, and more African nations like Mali, Burkina Faso, now perhaps Niger, are leaning towards the Russians because they trust them more. They don't have the same taint of the colonial rape, I'm sorry to use that word, of Africa. And Victoria Nuland seems to be scared to death that Wagner could or would get involved. And it seems that she's failed on that front as well.